This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Look at the opening lineup for Florida. Wizard out there with the Wizard. And
here we go.
There's Maverick, and there's Foster. Oh, there's hope in the smell of hardwood in the air, Tim, which means it's time to tip off a new NBA season.
Yeah, Kevin, the excitement is in the air because it counts starting tonight. We heard all the previews, new faces, new places. We're through the preseason. Now we finally get to see how it's going to play out.
So glad you joined us. This is going to be a lot of fun.
It is great to be here, Kevin. Can't wait.
Cabrera, and it's Foster with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
The Wizard, good.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
And that begins what should be a terrific battle between these teams.
Pass to Farmer. Chioza scanning the floor. And that one's good. D.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Here's Maverick. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Shoots from the high post. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, it's forcing them to guard at all three levels.
Here's Maverick. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for two, number 6.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line.
And that's why you don't want to foul a guy like him. He is going to make those free throws.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Chioza. Here's D, defended by Foster. Here's D. Cabrera gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, the combination of his length with that shooting range makes him a huge part of this offense.
Here's Sensabaugh. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Red hot out of the gates. Keep it rolling.
Out to the right wing. Cabrera off on the layup.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
Here's the Wizard, drills the three-pointer. The Wizards got 5 points so far.
And when you start out shooting 80% or better as a team, you start to feel yourself a little bit, and that feeling is good.
Pass to Farmer. Cabrera. Nice form on the 20-footer. He has 5.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Florida trails by 3. Here's D. Farmer passes to D. Florida moving that ball around. Pass to Farmer. And the 3 ball is good.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Here's Maverick. Basket good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Pass to D. Just 5 to shoot. And there's another one for Ford. Gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Foster, that's good.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Here's Farmer to the paint. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Over to the wing. Pass to the Wizard. Here's Maverick. One is hammered home.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Here's Chioza. Nothing on the board. To the left side wing. Pass to D. Sinks the three-pointer.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. So both teams making some changes here. And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line.
Well, they were just automatic from the line a year ago. You did not want to foul these guys.
Maverick passes to the Wizard. Here's Maverick. He's guarded by Rivers.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
1:16 left here in the first quarter. Here's D. 7 points in the game. Pass to the Wizard. His three-pointers off the mark. Florida trails by 3. Chandler scanning the floor. And it's blocked. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Maverick passes to Planinic. Baseline try. That's good on the jump shot.
And every trip up the floor, these are the kind of looks you wish for.
Rivers in the corner. Seconds left, and here is Trent outside. The back. It's coming early and often in the first quarter. Up by 5, and we'll be back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Had a feeling this was going to be their strategy coming in. They've got a major size advantage to be able to execute this.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And for Florida, D out there with Chandler. And it's Rivers, and it's Trent in at the 5, down low. Florida shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Pass to Farmer. And again, it's Florida with a 3.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
And for Florida, we've got Rivers, G out there with Chandler. And it's Trent in at center.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Rivers. Here's D. Chandler outside. And again, it's Florida with a 3.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
There's Planinic, and he makes good on the layup.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
For Florida, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Pass to Trent. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And he uses the glass on the layup. Rivers has got the lead up to 2 now for Florida.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And they're starting off the regular season against Florida.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, 1 apiece.
Well, you've got 2 teams, 1 from each conference, trying to reach that upper echelon. Should be an interesting matchup.
Making a change here. Chioza's checked in. Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Planinic passes to Foster. And it's Florida with the rebound. Chioza passes to Rivers. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And you think of the different styles of play. Tim, is there one that you prefer watching?
I personally like variety, Kevin. I like certainly three-point shooting. That's how I made my living. But I also want to see post play, and I want to see teams that also can beat you with isolation sets as well. I think those are the toughest teams to defend. They can hit you from any area.
They sure can. Pass to Foster from deep three-point territory. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Chioza passes to D. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Florida.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
And the first one at the line is good. That one misses.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical. And some hang time on the rim puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here's Farmer. He's got 6. And it's D missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Rubio outside. Pass to Foster. It's up a 3. It's good from long range. Foster's got 8 points.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Here's Farmer. Here's D. And it's Foster with the rebound.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Farmer. Pass to D. Halt the run, and he connects with the jumper. He's got 13.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. The Wizard passes to the Wizard. Now Foster shoots the 3. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
Florida trails by 6. Here's Farmer. He's got 6. Cabrera. Gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Here's Foster. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the first half. Just 5 on the clock. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
He is putting in work right to the rim. Defense had no answer.
Pass to Maverick. Here's the Wizard. Three-pointer. The rebound by Farmer. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the half. Gilda from outside the arc, connects from three-point range. Farmer's got 6 in the quarter.
And he's on a good pace here from three-point range. Made 1 in the first, 2 more here in the second. It seems like with more to come.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Shot from the top of the key. And it's in there.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
There's 42 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Maverick pulls it down. It has been sensational. 75% for the game. Second left. Connects. The jumper drops. Maverick's got 13. That'll do it for the first half. They're up by 7. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
38.
As a team, you love a night like this when the game feels simple. Pass, shoot, score, repeat.
Moving on now to discuss the small forward clash that we saw in the first half of this one.
Well, the guys on the wings are putting on the show, each one doing so much for his team. Incredible versatility and talent. And this is what it's all about. Watching two guys of this caliber go at it.
And that is it for halftime.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We've seen a tremendous game from Goose.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
So it's Florida now. 7-point differential. You've got the Wizard out there with Foster. And there's Maverick. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. And that one's good. D.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. We have the time. Let's take a look at last season's best transition teams.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Here's Farmer. Here's Chiozza. It's deflected. Here's Maverick. Throws it up high.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Pass to D. Cabrera. And the basket is good. 7 points in the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Power down with both hands.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's D. He's got 15. Cabrera cranes the three-pointer.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Maverick. He's got 13. And he banks in the layup. Maverick's got 15 points.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Pass to D. 6 to shoot. And the 3 off target.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Maverick. Nice shot from the wing.
But you can't play much better than this. That's 4 straight to start the half.
Farmer passes to D. To the inside. They swipe it. Here's the Wizard. Pass to Maverick. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Sensabaugh. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Baseline J on the way. And it's Chiozza with the rebound. Chiozza's got rebound number 5 here tonight. They need this one. And that one's good. D's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Cabrera. Pass to D. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Tries again. And that one, good. Sensabaugh's got his third basket of the night right there.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And Greg, the way the floor is face now, how much would you enjoy playing in this current environment?
I'm lacing up my kicks as you say that. It would have been a lot of fun. But not only do you have more room to operate, defenders practically, they can't touch it.
Pulls from the top of the key, and Maverick pulls it down.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook. Whenever he gets that close to the hoop, he finishes with authority.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Florida trails by 9. Pass to D. Launches it. And Maverick pulls it down. Maverick's got 4 rebounds in this game. The Wizard passes to Maverick. Chandler against Foster. Here's Maverick. Misses the wing J. Florida shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Chandler a screen. Here's the teardrop. And he gets the bucket. He has 6.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Here's Maverick. He's guarded by Rivers. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 1:02 left in the third. Florida trails by 9. Chandler outside. Buries it from three-point range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend. Hardwood is your friend. He used it to his advantage there.
Here's Maverick. 21 points in the game. Pass to Tyson. Misses the 3. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up by 6. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. On the court for 4, they've got Chandler, and it's Trent in at the 5 spot.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and then Rivers with the dunk.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Pass to Tyson. Drops in the tray. Tyson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, he hasn't had to carry the entire load tonight, but he can always flip that switch.
Chandler outside. Trent, that's a 2-pointer. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Pass to Sensabaugh. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Here's Teagues. Sensabaugh. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
Snatched away. And they're pushing it up. And here they go. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
So you can talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-90s. We were still flying commercial till that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA play.
Now if we could do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there reclining fully right next to you.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. He hits both from the stripe.
And having a big man like him who's efficient from the line used to be a luxury, but it's becoming more and more common.
Pass to Foster. There's the triple, and it's Florida with the rebound. Chioza's got 6 rebounds now in the game. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Farmer, good.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Out of bounds, Florida takes possession. On Friday, then on Sunday. Florida trails by 9. Pass to Chioza. And here's Chandler from the arc. The 3-pointer is right on target.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
The Wizard passes to Foster. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed the gap.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Tyson. From downtown. And it's Florida with the rebound. Chandler's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Right at the free throw line. And there's another one for Ford.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
And at the right time, they could have let this game get away from them, but they never stopped believing.
Pass to Fun. And here's Rivers to take the lead. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Gators has got 5 points now this quarter. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
The Wizard, Master Maverick, to stop the drought, and the layup is good. Maverick's got 10 points in just the second half.
Now, that's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
He is in attack mode every time up the floor, every single night.
And it misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. He did the 3. For Florida, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. From deep, buries the deep ball.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. There's 1:59 left in the fourth quarter. Fires. That's off. And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for Florida. A 2-point game. No good. Indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Launches it. Knocks down the 3. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, and no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Here's Farmer. Cabrera defended by Foster. 12-footer gets it.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possession.
And he misses the J. 44 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Farmer. A deep 3. Does not go.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Guys, what are their best options now?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
I am really curious to see what he's got in store here.
feet away, and it's off. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And does the pressure affect you? Nope, not that time. Not for players who practice these moments. Well executed.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And what's their best move at this point?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a 3 here and then count on them to miss free throw.
Launches from deep, and he does not hit.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you can still probably find a higher percentage shot.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Shoots the 3. No good there, and so